to a 10-day contract earlier this morning, joins his new team, and is starting tonight. 6'11" big man. And it's Naz Reid, 25-point effort last night. Edwards won't take the three. Instead, at the elbow, the jumper rims out. Williams, the rebound.
You know, get 40 on you really easily.
Edwards putting the moves on Temple. Can't hit the J. Offensive board, Gobert. Bounce pass and a tight space to Naz Reid. To Indiana. Dennis Schroeder to Brooklyn. They acquired Kelly Olynyk and Ochai Agbaji from Utah. Different looking Raptors squad. Naz Reid. It's a little chilly. It's a bit nippy out.
It's a little different than David Stern's dress code back when David Stern was commissioner of the league. That's for sure.
Foul inside.
That's ourselves.
We wanted 100%.
If I could come here with what I had on, I would have been very comfortable. I had my hoodie on too.
Karl Anthony Towns, no hoodie. But he's got the jacket.
He's high fashion, though.
Edwards over to Reid. Reid penetrating and throwing it down. Big jelly.
Timberwolves fans, just a collective sort of splash. Reid again. You can play with force.
Edwards deep in the corner. They're calling it a three. We'll check the toes. He checks in and he makes things happen. And for him to be in rhythm this close to the postseason, massive for Chris Finch. Edwards
at 10.5, so it took almost 11 points for J-Mac as Ant can't get the layup to go. So I watched the 9 field goals that he's made this year, and I told you 6 of them were dunks, so it wasn't very complicated. The other 3 were kind of layups around the rim.
First ISO bucket of the game for Minnesota. Gobert going behind the back, starting the break. Edwards, 3-ball short.
I think that what we've seen from Rudy this year.
And we've talked about this before, the benefit of having the guy that no matter what position you put him in. Here's Edwards, sidesteps into a 3-ball and connects.
A rotational player for them and did a nice job.
Little step back, Edwards. Oh, so good. A win tonight, Minnesota, at least for the night, will move back to first place in the West. Edwards, short. Edwards fires and hits. Momentarily, quickly, slow to get back in the play. Now back on your screen. Edwards, the runner, guides it home.
Ants just looking
by Minnesota. 0.6 of a second. Edwards got it off, and it won't drop. Wolves close the half. 18 points in that first half, inside and knocked out of there by Malik Williams. Jalen McDaniels tosses it right to Anthony Edwards. Jalen McDaniels tosses it right to Anthony Edwards. 10th turnover of the ball game for the Raptors. Edwards downhill, little euro, but lost the handle, stripped by Grady Dick.
19-38 against Toronto in the history of this franchise. That's the lowest of any opponent in the NBA as Nickeil Alexander-Walker knocks down the
game number 1 of the NBA season. Both teams entered that game after having an undefeated preseason. Naz Reid for 3, count it. Gobert the board. Edwards for 3, no.
It's so funny, like, you know, when I listen to someone like Charles Barkley talk about playing, or, you know, the great ones.
Oh, cookies. Edwards driving, can't hit.
Here goes
his 9th of the ball game.
Another behind the back dribble by Rudy. Initiating the break.
I mean, if the game continues to go this way and he's on the floor, he's going to try some more things. Gobert couldn't tip it in. Edwards driving on McDaniels, takes the bump and got the bounce. Another board in a crowd. Edwards under 10 on the shot clock, fires a tray, swish.
That's a little bit of a microcosm.
Edwards for three. Off the heel. Long rebound secured by Reed. Outside. Edwards tried to go off glass that time. Edwards for three. Off the heel. Long rebound secured by Reed. Outside. Edwards tried to go off glass that time. You mentioned Toronto dominating the all-time series, even here in Minnesota. There's Edwards. Nice turnaround for two. Hawks are the 10th seed in the Eastern Conference. Had Toronto kept the team together, they had their reasons for breaking it up. Here's Grady Dick. No. Would they be in the play-in? Would be Pascal Siakam?
I think they would have. They certainly would be more formidable, but
Edwards
they're doing
for three.
Yeah, they're doing what they're doing in their best interest. Those players they moved were not going to. They feel like they still have a nice group of players. Quickly in.
Edwards fouled beyond the arc.
They have nice players. That you know, Kelly Olynyk is a good veteran player. Jakob Poeltl is. We'll see if they are able to re-sign him, but.
And it's all about, the fit as well. Same thing with Kelly Olynyk, the veteran. Clock winding down, gets across the timeline. Morris beats the clock and hits. Jalen McDaniels tosses it out. Wara. Now it's quickly inside. Nice acrobatic shot. Couldn't get it to fall. And here comes Ant the other way. Wolves by 48. Freeman Franklin did not get it off in time. And Minnesota, an opponent season low in scoring, just 85 points.